No? Exactly. For most of us, the days of rattling off a string of digits from memory are long gone. It's almost funny. Something that was once second nature now feels like an impossible challenge. Remember when you knew your best friend's landline, or your favorite pizza place by heart? Maybe you even had a little black book, or a scrap of paper tucked in your wallet, filled with numbers you could dial without thinking. Back then, memorizing numbers was a small but essential part of daily life. Now, all that's vanished, outsourced to our phones. With a single tap, we can reach anyone, anywhere, without ever needing to remember a single digit. Our devices have become our external brains, storing not just numbers, but birthdays, addresses, and even reminders to call our loved ones. This tiny convenience has quietly rewired our brains. The mental pathways we once used for recall are now less traveled, replaced by the habit of reaching for our phones instead of searching our minds. We've always offloaded mental work, abacuses, calculators, maps, GPS. Each time, we traded effort for efficiency. These tools made life easier, but they also changed the way we think, shifting our mental energy from memorization to navigation and problem solving. Now, AI is the ultimate outsourcing tool. It's not just about remembering facts or directions, it's about handling complex tasks, making decisions, and even anticipating our needs before we realize them ourselves. It can write emails, plan vacations, explain quantum physics, almost anything. The convenience is staggering. Tasks that once took hours now take seconds, and information is always at our fingertips. It feels like magic, but it comes with a hidden cost. But if we outsource all the hard thinking, what happens to our ability to think at all? When every answer is just a click away, do we lose the patience and persistence that come from wrestling with tough problems? Your brain is a collection of muscles, memory, critical thinking, creativity. They need exercise. Just like physical fitness, mental fitness requires regular challenges, practice, and sometimes even a little struggle. AI is like a personal cognitive butler, ready to do the heavy lifting for us. It anticipates our needs, organizes our lives, and even makes suggestions we might not have considered. While we marvel at its efficiency, our own mental muscles quietly weaken. The less we use them, the more we risk losing them, just like any skill left unpracticed. The real question isn't if AI is good or bad. It's how we use it. Will we let it replace our thinking, or will we use it to enhance our abilities and push ourselves further? Are we building something magnificent, or letting our cognitive skills atrophy because it's easier? The choice is ours, and it's one we make every day, often without realizing it. We're not just forgetting phone numbers anymore. We're at risk of forgetting how to remember, how to solve, how to create. We risk outsourcing the very processes that make us sharp and uniquely human. Our ability to think deeply, to connect ideas, to innovate, these are the things that set us apart. This isn't just about convenience, it's about the future of our minds. The stakes are high. How we choose to use technology today will shape the way we think tomorrow. We need to decide, will AI make us better, or just more passive? The conversation starts now, and it's one we all need to be a part of. Before our brains forget how to have it. Let's dig in, challenge ourselves, and make sure we're not just remembering phone numbers, but remembering how to think. AI promises to erase tedious tasks and make information instantly available. Sounds fantastic, right? But there's a catch: cognitive friction. That's the mental effort you use when learning, solving problems, or being creative. Friction is what strengthens your brain. AI removes that friction, making everything smooth and easy. But if a robot lifts your weights at the gym, you don't get stronger. By letting AI do the hard work, we risk losing the very challenges that keep our minds sharp. Our attention spans, and critical thinking could atrophy. We're not just outsourcing the boring stuff, we're giving away the brain-building stuff too. The risk is subtle but real. If we always choose the easy path, our cognitive abilities slowly erode. Convenience comes at a cost. Are we willing to pay it? Scientists are split. Some warn that AI could trigger a cognitive catastrophe, eroding our ability to think, create, and focus. They say, use it or lose it. Others, like neuropsychologist Jared Benge, argue AI isn't inherently harmful. If we use AI to free up time for deeper thinking, it could be a net positive. Our brains have always adapted to new tools. The debate isn't just philosophical, it's about how we adapt. Will AI break our old patterns, or will we find new ways to think? The outcome depends on how we use it, as a passive answer machine, or as an active collaborator. The future of our brainpower is in our hands. Which path will we choose? The stakes couldn't be higher. Remember digital dementia? The fear that tech is rotting our brains. Turns out the panic was overblown. A massive review of studies found no evidence that technology use causes cognitive decline. In fact, tech use can keep our brains active, but there's a catch: cognitive surrender. That's when we trust AI's answers over our own judgment, even when it's wrong. This is most dangerous when we know little about a topic. Studies show heavy AI users score worse on critical thinking tests. They're less able to evaluate evidence or spot logical fallacies. The risk isn't dementia, it's giving up our own thinking. Outsourcing judgment is the real danger. We need to stay in the driver's seat. The Google effect. It's the idea that we don't really remember facts anymore. Instead, we just remember how to find them online. Our brains have adapted to a world where information is always just a few clicks away, so we've become experts at searching, not at storing knowledge. We rely on search engines and digital assistants for even the simplest facts, from historical dates to the spelling of a word. This constant outsourcing of memory means we're less likely to commit things to long-term memory, and more likely to forget them as soon as we close the tab. As a result, knowledge starts to feel disposable, something we can toss away the moment we're done with it, rather than something we truly understand or remember. Now, with the rise of AI, this effect is being amplified like never before. AI doesn't just help us search, it gives us answers instantly, often without us needing to think much at all. Google gives you a list of links to sift through, encouraging at least a little exploration. But AI gives you a direct, confident answer. No digging required, no effort needed. The friction is gone, and so is the mental struggle that actually helps us learn and remember. When answers are handed to us instantly, we lose the opportunity to wrestle with information and make it our own. Early research is already showing that heavy AI users are reporting more memory problems, struggling to recall things they once would have remembered easily. When answers are instant and effortless, our brains stop working to retain information. We become passive consumers, not active learners. It's like reading only the summary of a book. You get the gist, but you miss the depth, the nuance, and the satisfaction of truly understanding something. The risk is real. We could end up with a generation that knows how to ask questions, but not how to remember the answers, or even why those answers matter. That's why we need to reclaim the hard work of learning. Taking notes by hand, discussing ideas, and challenging ourselves to remember. These are the habits that build real knowledge. Otherwise, our knowledge will be as fleeting as a search result. Here one moment, gone the next, leaving us with nothing lasting to show for it. Don't let your memory atrophy. Challenge yourself to remember, to think deeply, and to truly learn, not just search. Creativity is messy, unpredictable, and deeply human. AI threatens to automate and sanitize that process. The danger isn't that AI will outcreate us, but that we'll forget how to be creative ourselves. Research shows AI-generated ideas are more predictable, less original. AI can mimic, but it struggles with the truly weird and revolutionary. True creativity comes from making unexpected connections, something only humans do. If we always turn to AI first, we lose the mental workout of creating. The result? A world of bland, average content. Human originality could shrink, replaced by algorithmic sameness. We risk losing our taste for the difficult and the strange. Culture becomes beige. That's a future worth fighting against. It's not all doom and gloom. Technology, especially AI, can be a powerful ally if we use it wisely. The future isn't about humans versus machines, it's about partnership and how we choose to engage with these new tools. The key is intentional use. AI should sharpen our minds, not replace them. First, challenge the AI. Treat it as a tool for growth, not a shortcut for thinking. Don't just accept its answers. Form your own opinions first. Ask yourself what you think before you ask the robot. This keeps your critical thinking sharp and your curiosity alive. Use AI as a sparring partner, not an answer machine. Let it challenge your ideas, but don't let it do all the heavy lifting. Second, add friction back into learning. Take notes by hand, even if it feels slower. That extra effort helps your brain process and remember information. Ask AI to quiz you or create your own questions. Testing yourself is a proven way to deepen understanding. And summarize in your own words. Try explaining what you've learned out loud or writing a short summary. This cements knowledge far better than passive reading. Make yourself an active participant. Join discussions, ask questions, and share your perspective. Learning is a team sport, not a solo act. For creative work, never start with AI. Face the blank page, write your rough ideas, and let your imagination lead the way before you bring in technology. Then, use AI to refine and edit. Let it help you polish your work, but make sure the original spark is yours. Do the hard work first, that's where growth happens. Struggle a little, it's good for your brain. Let AI help you polish, clarify, and improve, but don't let it take over the creative process. This keeps your brain in the driver's seat. You're steering the process, not just riding along. Use AI as a collaborator, not a crutch. Protect your mental muscles, engage deeply, question often, and always stay curious. Don't surrender your thinking. Your unique perspective is your greatest asset. Don't trade it for convenience. The goal, use AI to make yourself smarter, not lazier. It's about balance and making sure you're always learning, not just consuming. You're still the author of your own mind. Every idea, every insight starts with you. Don't let the robot take the pen. Stay curious, stay creative, and keep your mind in charge. We crave instant answers, but speed comes at a cost. AI collapses the time between question and answer, but we lose focus and depth. To keep your brain sharp, practice thinking slowly. Read the whole article, not just the summary. Let your mind wander, absorb nuance, and wrestle with ideas. When faced with a tough problem, resist the urge to ask AI right away. Sit with the discomfort. This is where growth happens. Give yourself time to fail and struggle. Create moments for unplugged thinking. Read, walk, or just let your mind drift. This builds cognitive resilience. It's not about rejecting tech, but using it mindfully. Protect time for your own thoughts. In a world of speed, choose slowness sometimes. The future with AI is unwritten. The real challenge isn't outsmarting AI, but resisting the temptation of effortless answers. Human insight, originality, and critical thought will be our most valuable assets. We must protect and nurture them. Thinking isn't a chore to automate. It's a privilege to savor. Find joy in solving hard problems, pride in your own ideas. Teach the next generation to ask brilliant questions and challenge AI's answers. Raise AI users, not dependents. Our relationship with AI will reflect our discipline and curiosity. Use AI as a whetstone, not a crutch. Embrace friction, cherish the messy process of thought. We can thrive in the age of AI if we choose to stay human. The choice is ours.